Greetings. Our presentation is based on the food pyramid and dietary guidelines of Mauritius. Mauritius is a tropical island located in the southwest part of the Indian Ocean. It's also called as a paradise island because of its beautiful and sandy beaches. It has a population of 1.3 million people. Europe, Africa, India, and China. The whole world is in one island. Mauritius is often referred to as the continent island due to its diverse culture and ethnicities. The Mauritians live in harmony and respect the different religions and ethnic groups represented here. Cuisine of Mauritius. The cuisine of Mauritius is a blend of European, Chinese, Indian, and African influences in the history of Mauritius. Most of the Mauritian dishes and culinary traditions are inspired by former slaves, Indian workers, and Chinese migrants arriving during the 19th century. Mauritius has strong ties with French culture, evidenced by the popularity of French dishes like bouillon, tuna salad, taupe, civet de lever, coq au vin, served with good wine and pastries. In addition, Indian workers who migrated to Mauritius also brought along their cuisines with them. Traces of Indian cuisine can be found in Mauritius. Some common preparations are curry, chutney, and rugai, which is a tomato paste that is very popular with fish and pickles. From southeastern part of China also migrated to Mauritius. They are largely credited with making rice the staple diet of the island, as well as noodles. Chinese appetizers such as Hygiene, crispy chicken, and crispy squid have become part of the Mauritian folklore.
Next, we're going to talk about food pyramid. A food pyramid is designed to educate people about healthy eating. It shows the types of food that are required on a regular basis so as to maintain a healthy lifestyle and good eating habits. Also, the food pyramid has been adopted by many countries to allow people to have a healthy diet plan. The food in Mauritius is a melting pot of various cuisines. The country's community has adopted and mixed each other's cuisines to their liking. So the food pyramid consists of 4 layers. The first layer, the second layer, the third layer, and the top layer. Water and physical activities can also be included in it. In the first layer of the food pyramid, you can find whole grains, and rice is the most staple food in most homes in Mauritius, but usually we only eat it once a day. And bread is often eaten for lunch because it's easier to carry around.
The second layer of the food pyramid includes fruits and vegetables. Vegetables can be seen in every kind of dishes such as curries and fried noodles, and fruits are rich in Mauritius, for example papayas, bananas, mangoes, and pineapple. The most common intake in Mauritius is pickled fruit. The third layer of the food pyramid is meat and dairy product like seafood, poultry, beef, and pork are used in Mauritian dishes such as biryani, curry, and krigai. The daily consumption of dairy includes milk, yogurt, and cheese. With the top layer of the food pyramid, this one includes fat, like sunflower oil is the most commonly used. Fats include salad dressing, oils, cream, butter, margarine, and sweet dessert.
And now Maliha will explain the food guidelines of Mauritius while Ernest draws on the background.
The dietary guidelines of Mauritius have been developed for all age groups: adults, elderly, infants, preschool children, school children, adolescents, and pregnant and lactating women. The 5 elements of a healthy diet include adequacy, balance, calorie control, moderation, and variety. Dietary guidelines for healthy adults from 19 to 65 years are as follows. They have to choose a variety of nutritious foods every day. Maintain a healthy body weight by exercising regularly and controlling the food intake. And the most important one is, if they consume alcohol, do so in moderation. Concerning elderly over 65 years old, they should avoid skipping meals, keep active in order to maintain muscle strength and a healthy body weight. Consume calcium-rich foods such as low-fat milk and green leafy vegetables regularly. Infants from 0 to 2 years old. These guidelines are directed to parents or any other caregivers of infants. Breast milk is the ideal food for the first 4 to 6 months. Iron-fortified formula can be substituted for breast milk, but not cow's milk before the age of 1. After 4 months of age, start building the diet to include a variety of foods. Preschool children from 2 to 5 years should be offered a variety of nutritious meals and snacks, be allowed enough time to eat in a relaxed atmosphere, and be provided a balanced breakfast daily. Concerning school children from 5 to 12 years, they should drink adequate amount of water or other fluids low in added sugar and eat plenty of fruits and vegetables. Pregnant and lactating women should enjoy small frequent meals in order to minimize discomforts such as nausea, vomiting, and indigestions. Avoid alcohols and choose breastfeeding, especially for the first 4 to 6 months.
Foodborne illness. It is an illness caused by eating contaminated food. It can be either acute or chronic. Acute foodborne illness is called food poisoning. It is caused by food contamination and natural toxins in food. Food poisoning from home has the highest rate. This is due to many reasons: undercooked or raw meat, poultry, fish, seafood, and eggs, unpeeled fruits, vegetables, and leafy grains, foods that have been unrefrigerated or uncovered for a long time, washing food with untreated water, cross-contamination of raw and cooked items, poor hand hygiene, improper cooking, storage, and refrigeration. Microbial food poisoning. Microbial food poisoning is caused by eating or drinking food contaminated with pathogenic microorganisms. Microorganisms include bacteria, fungi, and viruses. The symptoms include headache, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal pain, fever, and even death. Bacteria contamination include salmonellosis, campylobacteriosis, E. coli infection. Salmonellosis is transmitted through contaminated poultry and eggs. Eggs are most often involved in the infection for Mauritius. For example, it has previously occurred in moulamus, which is a famous Mauritian pastry with raw egg, and also in kebab. Campylobacteriosis is found in the intestinal tract of birds, sheep, cattle, and on the surface of raw poultry. The prevalence among chicken is the highest. The symptoms include diarrhea, abdominal cramps, and fever. Chicken is the major consumption of Mauritian dishes, for example, chicken curry and chicken adobe. E. coli. The mode of infection of E. coli is the cross-contamination foods and poor hygiene in food handling. Symptoms include fever and mild gastroenteritis, bloody diarrhea and cramps, hemolytic uremic syndrome. Traveler's disease is also caused by E. coli in Mauritius. Many tourists from developed countries like US usually suffer from traveler's disease because of the weather pattern and water and food quality difference. However, the incidence rate is quite low. Chemical contamination include seafood poisoning and ciguatera food poisoning. Seafood poisoning, it occurs by the consumption of certain types of reef fishes and shellfish. This is due to the presence of marine algae toxins in their tissue. The ciguatera fish poisoning occurs after eating reef fish contaminated with ciguatoxin and mycotoxin. It is originated from Gambia discus toxicus. Gambia discus toxicus is a small marine organism that grows on and around coral reefs. The toxins accumulate in the body of the vegetarian fishes. This leads to bioaccumulation of ciguatoxin higher up the food chain. Thank you for your attention. Hoping our presentation has been helpful to know about the food cultures and dietary guidelines in our paradise island, Mauritius.